Dear comrades, allegations are taking place in social media since some last weeks and days by both association ADT and RT by claiming that Adi is not powerful to protect his general secretary from the charge sheet and penalties, and the non-acceptance of Adi to change the general secretary on the direction of DGIR is the reason for non-recognition. And they blamed that Adi succeeded to influence a deputy director administration to put its name in the list for recognition and make the deductions and then put it in the Prasar Bharati website. I have already replied to it in Hindi since the allegations are circulated in Hindi. But now some of our comrades asked me to give it in English so to know the facts. So dear comrades, I am here to tell you the facts. You may all remember that I have left the responsibility, that is the leadership of RT, on 6th February 2014, and I was keeping a normal life as an ordinary member of association. Thereafter, in 2016, when the Director General, the then Director General Sri Fayaz Shahryar decided to restrict the entry of employees from the automated glass gate by allowing only DG and ADGs to enter through the gate and directed the other employees to come through the other gate, enter the building through the other gate, the entire employees felt discrimination for even entering the same office. Accordingly, near about 400 employees made a dharna under the leadership of 9 associations and its leaders, which has been addressed by Sri Umesh Chandra, the then President RT, and Sri Shamir Singh, the then and now, even now the President of ADTA. As a member of the RT, I was also participating in this agitation, and once the agitation is completed, they are very happy to claim that within 2 hours of the dharna, the DG was compelled to take his decision back and opened the gate for all employees. But unfortunately, once on a written clarification sought from the directorate, these associations changed their stand, and ultimately the blame put on for individuals, including myself, since being the former leader of the association. I have no grudge and no repentance in putting this blame on me, since I still feel proud to be part of one of the employees to protest against the discrimination on equality for even entering our office. And I am so proud to see today also that after the incident on 8th September 2016, till today the doors are open for the entire employees, and I am sure that whenever the employees entering through that gate, they will of course remember my name, thinking that it is my role also where to get it open for them. And you just imagine that what should have been happened if you are allowed to close it forever. If it has been allowed, by today, you might have seen in every station there will be a separate gate for the head of office and there will be a gate for others. Like the older days where the communities and the human beings were not allowed to go through every gate on their caste and religion. So I feel proud to be part of that agitation. And of course, as I told you, by fearing on the action from the DG, instead of defending the stand, the associations backed up, and even my association has taken a decision. Even after seeing the matter is getting settled, my association has taken a decision to even write against us indirectly, paving the way for issuing the charge sheet for the 4 employees, including me. I do agree. ADTA came to protection and to take action immediately. That is particularly due to the General Secretary, Mr. Pawan Kumar Kohli. I would like to tell you that I was not too much familiar with Mr. Kohli, and I don't have any friendship with Kohli till that time. But I appreciate him and I respect him since then and now, that even though he was not available on that day, present on that day of gate meeting, Even he was not at all linked with the Glassgate issue. He has taken a decision and he declared openly that association should not allow the management to target any employee on the movement of the employees. And accordingly, he took the lead for reconstituting the federation under his convenership, and they started the protest under the platform of NFAD at Delhi and zonal headquarters. As you are aware, and the second part of that agitation, we had employees had organized gate meetings on 15th November 2016 at Delhi and all zonal headquarters, and decided to wear black badges from 15 to 18. And on 18th November 2016, there was supposed to be a large show again in Delhi and zonal headquarters. After the grand success of the Dharna on 15th November 2016, on the next day, Mr. Shamir Singh, the then and now president of ADTA, came to me demanding that if they want to ensure the functioning, the Dharna on 18th November, I should join ADTA immediately. It is interesting to note that after the 4 charge sheet employees, one was from administration side and the remaining 3 from engineering side, and out of that, 2 were members of ADTA on that day, on 16th November 2016. But the meaning of Mr. Shamir was that if the Anil is not joining with ADTA, then even he will not allow this show to take place on 18, and that means he will not even protect his own members, charge sheeted by then. But still, Mr. Pawan Kumar Kohli took the stand, and the show went on properly on 18th November, and he was ready to go for the third phase. But after seeing the blackmail system and the bargaining of the President ADTA, I decided to not to go ahead, not to allow to go ahead with this show, since it is on issue including my charge sheet. The question is that if I can vote to a president of a small association, then why I have not agreed to vote before the Director General of All India Radio? After getting the charge sheet, a number of senior officers has approached me. They advised me friendly that you just meet DG and say sorry to him for become party to that gate meeting, and assure him that you will not participate in any such meetings in future, so he will withdraw all the charge sheet and everything. But my self-respect didn't allow me. I told all the officers that I have participated, I become part of the agitation on my conscience, since I keep my self-respect above than everything. Even though I was not using that gate, I was not familiar in after leaving the leadership of association, I was not used to go to directorate for any work. But I felt that it is an attack on the self-respect of me and all the employees. That's why I become part of it, and I cannot say sorry for fighting for my self-respect and self-respect of my fellow human beings. So that's why we faced the issue. There was a charge sheet, there was an inquiry. Inquiry took place, and thereafter, once I have got the point, some legal points in the inquiry report, we approached the Honorable CAR Delhi, and I would like to say that since this incident took place prior to Adi, I can say with full right that I never allowed Adi to intervene in this matter. It was my show, it was my fight, and I fought it personally, of course, with the support of some friends. I faced the inquiry report. As I told you that then I approached the Honorable CAT Delhi, in which Honorable CAT Delhi has directed on 15th September 2019 to CO Prasar Bharati, being appellate authority, to take a decision on my appeal. And accordingly, CO Prasar Bharati has taken decision on 31st January 2020 and issued the order to restore the increments to me. Accordingly, now I have got my pays fixed as usual, as an EF 91, joining with 91. My salaries have been refixed now. But the question is, earlier it was my compulsion not to open my mouth since inquiry was going on, and thereafter the matter was before the Honorable Court, and since it was sub judice. Now I don't have any limitations, so I am ready to open my mouth to tell everybody that even though it was my fight in the inquiry, after 9 pages report, the first 1.5 page, it has clearly stated that the entire incident took place due to the discriminative action by the DGIR for restricting the entry of the glass gate. And the remaining all pages, it has told clearly that as per the records and proof, the entire show has been done by association leaders, and they named Mr. Umesh Chandra, Shambir and other leaders in the inquiry report. And it was told that even despite all these facts, if there is an action on Mr. Anil Kumar as individual, it will go against the soul of law, since the call has been done by senior leaders of association, not by individuals. But still DG went ahead with the taking penalty, and he has imposed me penalty for deducting 4 increments. And I accepted it also because it was his decision as a disciplinary authority. Then we challenged it, and before now I have got everything back. The question is that what was the responsibility of an association, welfare association? The welfare association's responsibility is to protect its member in any case of eventuality. Here they led the show, they addressed the meeting, and then they backed off and they allowed the member to face the show. Even after that, now they are challenging that why the action should not be done. And now they are shamelessly they are telling that Adi has not followed the direction of the DG to change the general secretary. That means they doesn't know what is the right of an association. As per the rule of the land, no authority can dictate an association to change its office bearer, since the rules allow the association and its members to elect its leaders. DG is nobody to question directly any association to change its leaders. You just imagine if it has happened to this RT and ADTA, they might have changed the entire leadership. But if I can ask any union leader, any association, matured association leader, they will say it is within the power of the employees. Then what is the problem? As per the conduct rules, the only condition is that as per the CCA RSI rules, the leader of the association should be a serving employee. Charge sheet doesn't mean that he is not serving. I have been serving the department, till now I am serving the department. Once I am terminated or I have reached retirement, then only I may lose the right to lead the association. But these people, they were not knowing this fact. Even they have challenged, the ADTA challenged the recognition in the Honorable Court last year. And one of the argument is that Adi has refused to change his general secretary. Association should be ashamed to say that they have approached a court to claim that the other association is not changing their general secretary on the direction of the management, when the rule is giving the protection for the association. Our association president was bold enough to give it in return to the management that it is the right of the Adi to elect its members and select its leaders, and management cannot dictate us, and we will not change the general secretary. According to the letter went to the management committee of Prasar Bharati in presence of CEO, member finance and DGs, both the DGs and all the board members. It has discussed. And as per the rules, it is accepted that Adi cannot be refused to participate in the recognition on this ground. Then only we have been included in the recognition in list for deduction, and accordingly deduction took place. Lot of orders has been issued thereafter. The DG is not in service now. The DDA has already left the department, but still our name is in the Prasar Bharati site. It itself shows that it was not the decision of any DDA as claiming by this association. And now there comes the basic reason that this association doesn't know what is the self-respect. If you don't know about your rights, and you don't know to stand for the self-respect of individual and your association, that is a reason. Now we can understand that why from 2014 to 2017 their members, the entire cadres has left the department on tear on their eyes, on refixation and recoveries. These two associations were simply having blind eyes because they don't know what is self-respect. That's why Adi was formed with the reason that our main concept is to ensure the self-respect. None of the employee from this our cadre should leave the department on crying and on the tears on their eyes. So dear friends, kindly tell this association first to find out what is self-respect, what is a responsibility of the association. And if I am telling them, it was their responsibility because on 16 September, when the last day took issue, I was only an ordinary member of association. It was the responsibility of RT and ADTA who addressed the gathering as the presidents of the associations to protect the employees, including me. But they left the scene. So they don't have any right to even represent the employees as on today. So you kindly tell these leaders to be first to learn about that is what is responsibility and what is the right of the association. That's why they couldn't know. They were not aware that what is the quality of JCM. Because after 93 to 2020, for the last 27 years, it was the first time in the only for 4 years, 2013 to 17, we got the recognition as per JCM RSA rules, which has empowered us to have official meetings with the secretary, DGs and CEO for every quarterly, that is more every 3 months. We were supposed to have 16 meetings with every officers. But this association who doesn't know what is self-respect, who doesn't know what is their right to protect the members, so they were not aware of the right of this association and they never took a single meeting under JCM scheme and left every issue living forever, everywhere, till now. So it is the high time for our members to realize that if the association leaders, if they doesn't know what is a responsibility and association, what is self-respect, it is the high time for you to think about to continue in that association or not. Otherwise you come and join with Adi. We are ensured to protect the self-respect. We are ensured to protect the members of association as a welfare association. We are assuring you that we will not allow this to happen, which has happened to me or my colleagues. And we will ensure that not a single Adi member will be allowed to be targeted by the management on any association activities. Thank you.